I welcome you to Kĩgongona program. I am Jao Gekoyo from NG Science. Today, we are looking at how Europeans lost their melanin. I've told you prior that melanin is very vital, very significant, but you see black people being mistreated. And even you have seen people have been made slaves, a lot of pain. And I have to remind you, people don't vanish. We also have other entities, even the spirit. When you die, what will happen? You now occupy the whole universe. You know you are doing things because of the soul, not because of the standard of living, the way you are classifying yourself. No, it's not like that. Godly people actually are not like that. They are not having a taste. And they are having wisdom. They know even other things. And they are having, things which are not even humanly. Because even the human alignment does not matter. Because now people have been, the problems in Kenya are not problems for real, even in Africa. Because now creation is perfect, creation is pure, but then people don't know themselves because you first have to embrace your tribe, because you are created perfectly. Every tribe was given by God. And our countries are at one globe. The globe is orbiting the sun, and when you die you get transformed. You will be a spirit, occupy the whole universe. You can even now navigate the universe. You have 7 universes, let me tell you, for real. But then people, you cannot use humanly means. You can only use Kĩgongona, mean the altar. In Mount Kĩrĩnyaga, let me tell you, is the most powerful one, having even the Ark of the Covenant, where the Creator is dwelling, Ngai. Ngai is the one who removed melanin, and Ngai used the sun. The sun started releasing radiation, the killer. And most people died. The Bible has not written well, and it's also infiltrated, trying to, even to. It's so unfortunate. Right now they want even to remove the Old Testament because it is not favoring, the European culture of homosexuality. Because this homosexuality is what made the Europeans who lost the melanin. And for real, it is people who have been giving birth. It's because of Jehovah, let me tell you, from a progeny. Because you are from somewhere. That's why, it is even possible when you make virus to target DNA. That's why you see even HIV targeting the black people. Creation cannot harm you. Creation harms people because, there are people who are working hard to kill Africans, to have Africa as a utopia. Europe countries and the US. The US is controlled by a committee. They are secret people, not even the president. The president is working for a committee. For you don't know things for real, but then it doesn't matter because there are people somewhere who think they are so special or so they don't know. But then what is presuming, making them think that is the other things at one group, which are not even attached to them. Because I'm telling you, other things are not worth for real, or even God is not blessing you by giving you the other things, because it's not about the physicalness. God is about mentalism. There is no even touching anything, and things will be there. When you die, the body you having, the body can even navigate the globe, which I'm telling you is the Earth. Earth is planet Earth. When you start knowing about the stars, that's when you start knowing well about God and the cosmology. And there are even rituals. You have people even in Arizona, the Hopi, who are even having Kĩgongona, who even able to use meditation. They are able even to use spiritual means to and Kĩgongona to know. Let me tell you. Even you have many Kĩgongona, but then in Christianity there is no Kĩgongona. That's why I went to court for churches in Kenya to be prohibited. And for me, my pure interest is godly, is to help people know the real God. Because when you are associated with the real God, even when the time of danger come, or the times you did not anticipate, you will be having maybe like a mogwaj. Because it is not about talking. God is giving you natural angels. They are the angels. They are from Mount Kĩrĩnyaga. Mount Kĩrĩnyaga is not ordinary. Even Mount Kĩrĩnyaga can take you to China without using a plane, let me tell you. Because I'm telling you, that mountain is metaphysical. There are 7 wonders, things which are not humanly or ordinary. They are not ordinary things. Even Ngai, let me tell you, don't let me tell you, infiltrate, because you would benefit. There are curses, there are termination. Because I'm telling you, when we come to Ngai, you face the consequences, because you are not even living the way you are created. Even you see, Europeans used to even that, sunscreen for the skin, because of radiation, will become harmful. And I'm telling you, they are being researching how to restore, but you cannot be able to achieve, because the one who removed is the one who had given. Let me tell you, because for you are trying to associate yourself with God and doing sin. But then let me tell you, when you do something, you get energy. Action equals energy. So eventually you will not end up benefiting yourself, because you'll be responsible for your own energy. And there are consequences of having negative energy. You even have a curse. But then when you die, that's when you realize. When you are a human, you are a clothing animal, and you are doing animal things. You are eating food. You cannot say that. But then for you are controlling resources and claiming some countries are poor. But no, because all countries are ungroup, things are God given, and that is not the things. If you are you want to help for real. Even it's about cosmology, there is no even taste. There is no associated. It's not. Even if you are using the other things, it is not them. When you go to buy something, and when you go to borrow, you are doing the same thing when you have money and when you are not having money. Because what is enabling you to do things is a soul, and you started as a cell, something which was not looking like a human being. Let me tell you. And it's so unfortunate when you turn to be evil. God gave you a positive share, Guy of Mount Kĩrĩnyaga, because Guy is not just about people. Everything is God-given, created. Life is diverse. People are lacking opportunity to know how sweet life is because of evil people. Because even people don't, even the education is controlled. We have now to start embracing our own things, even the universities in Kenya, to do the research of our own environment. Even the Ministry of Education, to scrutinize the education. People to know even the map is not drawn well. Africa is huge than that, let me tell you. But then there are people who are working hard to have Africa as a future continent. It's a utopia. But even they don't know what the other things. It is not just having the land. That's what not will make you now survive in the creation. Is the energy you are carrying, the things you have done. So ask yourself, what have you been doing? Because when you do a good thing, positive, you get a positive energy. A bad one, negative energy. And you have a neutral ability. And you are warned from doing wrong. Everything you are having is God-given for real. But even if you don't know, because for a reason. There are people who are evil in the creation. But now, Mwenenyaga manifested. The name of Mwenenyaga, the name of God, will depend how God manifested. And what is mattering more is the context, the creator of everything, of all. Because I'm telling you, it is enablement. You are doing because of being enabled by a Guy of Mount Kĩrĩnyaga. And right now, Africa will grow fully. Because it was prophesied. There are radiation, the creator from outer space, touching the black people, brains, it is about the brain. And for you to get the radiation, there are even preparation, even if people don't know, they are having shells, bodies are shells. If you want your shell to be strong and even to live longer, because it is possible, you should embrace, let me tell you, the cultural things which are pure. And it's about Kĩgongona. And I'm telling you, you are having a shell. When you want even to remove waste from your body, remember, don't always have shoes. Remember to remove your shoes and step to the soil, sit down and let your feet now start. The soil usually absorb that and in any waste or grass, let me tell you. But then also remember that when you are having a humanly body, you are eating food. And even Christianity is not helping people know the Kĩgongona. Islam is okay. Prophet Muhammad was captured by a real angel. Angels are 7. They are natural. Angels have not gone through human life. For you can be an angel depending on what you are doing, body of your energy you are having. Because when you die, what you determine is the nature of the spirit. You can either be a positive spirit or negative spirit. When you become positive, you be transformed, you be angelic, you even have a chance to go to the periphery of the Umperian Seat of Majesty. Because Guy is dwelling at another dimension. Because I'm telling you, creation is diverse. The earth is not ours only. There are many earths. Life is diverse. But the other lives, they are not documented, and people cannot be able to know their activities. They usually try to say, I don't know. But let me tell you, if you want to know creation, it's not about the human efforts of human beings. But for you, as a human being, you have presumed you are might because of the earthly things. But you are missing the opportunity to know God well. And what will happen? Your body will go and you die, but then you also be having your soul forever, and you forever be everywhere. Space will end, and you discover life. The two lives are enabled by one God. Because remember, you are somewhere pure. You don't have the ability to sin or do wrong. It is abominable. Homosexuality is also abominable. And it's the Supreme Court. Let me tell you, the NGOs in Kenya actually should be, they are not helping at all. They should be prohibited. Even registering is such a name. What happened in 2023? Let me tell you. It's so unfortunate. Such commission. And, defying the natural laws. You don't do that, let me tell you, because those people are using programs. But for you, you think it's about money and you think Kenya is poor, but Kenya is not poor. Remember, it's not the way people have presumed. When you want to know the real things, remember it's about Kĩgongona. Because there are people who are faking, who are thinking life is about the other, only having no spirituality, having no culture of their own. Because Europeans were inducted by the Moors, black people. But then Moors were not knowing, the people who are not having a spark. Because the same God who the Moors were trying to induct the Europeans to is the same God who removed the Melanin. So that's why you see everything is having a cause and effect, the reason. But then remember, you are not entitled. You cannot continue doing wrong. Creation is pure. It's not because of the human things which are neighboring things, I don't know, pretending the US is, but then the US is having a lot of negative energy. So when you discover this century, see the consequences of having negative energy. The things which have been done in the US, there are many souls which have been now painful voices of many victims, even from the government, because it's not a real government, it's a fake one. So unfortunate to have such a government killing people. Even terrorism is the US. That's why they not negotiate with terrorists, because they are the terrorists. It's so unfortunate. People don't know well. Trump is the one who released the COVID-19 virus. It was the US Army. It's not just about the COVID. They are having those programs, those bioweapons. Because Africans are being killed. It doesn't matter if you know. This is what is happening. For me, I'm able to know because I'm interacting directly with the Creator. And I'm telling you, I'm not just talking. For me, I have told you prior, I'm not ordinary. But for you, perhaps you presume everyone is ordinary. And you try to measure people with money. But remember, you should not even know the money. Because money is using natural numbers, and those numbers are written at a paper or a coin from metals minted. But now they are digital ones. But there is nothing somewhere, something natural which can be shown. A bit told it is money, and then they are saying the years is higher than ours, so they are making us, buy things. But then the government should lower the prices of things, because we need to make Kenya a great nation. Because when we embrace that mountain, Mount Kĩrĩnyaga, we will unlock a lot of gifts and embrace Mau Mau. Mau Mau liberated this nation through bloodshed. I'll quit them a day, as I told you, December 28, and our founding father, Jomo Kenyatta Day, August 22. Because now as Kenya, we need to embrace the way we have got Kenya. It's because of that mountain. The black color at the flag is for Kĩrĩnyaga, for God, for Ngai. Remember that. And the red one is for protection. And the green one is for Mau Mau. Those people who died on the valley, they become spirit. And they had a covenant in 1948. If you want to know Kenya more, I recommend you also join a seminar through Kĩgongona program. We have them in Nairobi, in Rongai, in Murang'a, in Thika. You can also go to yamobi.com. It's a good site which will help you know the cultural heritage. Thank you very much.